months goes by quick, and here's the update that some of you hopefully have been waiting on this IS300. It has come a long way. Thank y'all for joining back on the KC Builds channel. I think you'll enjoy this video. But before I start this, I need to wash the car because it's filthy. So I'm gonna drive it around to the front of my house and I'm gonna wash it down. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all a cold start of this before I show y'all anything, just so y'all can kind of get an idea of what went down on this car. It's been a project. I've had 4 months to do this, and don't mind my exhaust placement. It needs to be fixed, but enjoy the cold start. Joke's on me. Pretty sure it needs a mass airflow. Stand by. Condensation all dying. Anyways, I bet y'all can take a wild guess of what happened. So I'll be with y'all in just a bit. Got her back in the shop, little wipe down. So as y'all could hear, I mean obviously you already know, but I finally got this thing turbocharged, as you can see by the intercooler down there, and I could not be happier with how this has turned out. See, it's fairly clean. Let me get this open. Kind of hard to do one-handed. I should open this before. Okay, anyways. All right. There she sits. So, I'll go over this. It's probably the easiest, cheapest way to do this. Well, I've seen other people do it probably a little cheaper, but anyways, I'll start with the turbo itself. The turbo, so let me clarify. This is the second turbo that's been on this. I'll try to find a picture of the first one I did. The first one I did was a max speeding rods. I mean, really good quality turbo, but I really just, I guess I was excited and I didn't pay attention to details that I should have. So I bought a T4 76 millimeter turbo, and it was massive. Now granted, it still fit in here, but barely. If you look here in a second, I'll enter a clip, or I mean a picture of what it looked like with the other turbo, but just keep in mind the space that I have here and the space that I have here, because that other turbo just absorbed every bit of this. And because of that, how your intercooler goes down here with that turbo, I had to weld a 90 at the top, and compressor housing ran straight, 90'd off, and went down from there. So it was a little odd looking, but it worked. My nose is running, guys, sorry. It worked, but the AR housing was like a 0.98. It was really big. This is a factory motor, so it really didn't light until like 5,000 RPM. Like it was insane. It was cool. It made absolutely no turbo noise. The damn turbo wouldn't even spin at idle. This one hardly does. But anyways, I needed a smaller turbo, so got back online and found this Rev 9 so I paid 160 bucks for the max speeding rods. That was shipping and everything. This one was 300 shipped to me. It's a Rev 9. It's got a 0.68 AR, and I think it's a 67 millimeter, 67, 68, somewhere around there. And because it's obviously smaller, I was able to run my intercooler the correct way. And yeah, it's been working great. Due to the ABS, I still need to take care of this. I want to get an ABS delete so I can just get rid of this. I want to relocate the battery to the back. That's still going to happen. But that's why I don't have any sort of, I'd like to run some sort of dose pipe on this thing, or a filter at least. But you can see that I can't. It is rubbing the lines. I've double and triple checked to make sure I'm not rubbing a hole in these. I check it religiously because right now this is my daily driver. Every day I drive 20 miles to work, 20 miles back. But all things considered, it has been great. So back to the rest of the kit. The exhaust manifold. I already know I said in my first video on this car that I wanted to do a log because I was hunting that 1JZ sound. Basically, I couldn't find a log within my price range, which I thought was kind of crazy. I thought that'd be a no-brainer, but actually any log that I found was either for a GTE or it was $600-700 bucks. So I found this guy on Amazon, and this was like $268 shipped to me, and I mean, it's done great so far. I probably have 1,000 miles on this, maybe 1,000. What I did have to do though is drill out all the holes for the studs. Every single one of them I had to drill out and make a little bit bigger. But other than that, I mean, it fit fine. I think it sounds great. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Yeah, I went through 3 renditions on the exhaust, but I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, $268 manifold, Amazon. I mean, that technically I found on Amazon, but it's a Rev 9 turbo. The downpipe is a Circuit Works downpipe, and this was advertised for like your GS300 or SC300. But I figured, I mean, it can't be much different. So I bought that, and it was like right at 300 bucks, like 298 or something. And it's got multiple bungs already. So it's got one here, this one's running my AFR, and I think 2 more down there. And it worked great. I did on the very back of this, so it comes down right here where it comes down the firewall. I had to dimple in just a little bit, but I mean, like I said, I massaged a little bit and it works great. I've had no issues with that whatsoever. This is a $30 turbo blanket, Amazon. Intercooler piping. So I have multiple buddies to thank that have helped me out with this build. So intercooler piping was given to me by a buddy, Sam. Shout out Sam. He has multiple 300ZXs, cars, all kinds of shit. He had this brand new kit in a box, and I think he was kind of on hold on a project for a little while, so he pretty much just donated it to me to make this work. So big shout out to him. The intercooler on this car, I don't even know what brand it is, but this came off the front of a 240 S14, my buddy TJ. He gave me that. The car's in the middle of being restored. He's going with a different one, so he just said I could have it. So major shout out to TJ. Also, TJ has done multiple fabrication on multiple things, so been a massive help there. So the feed line and the drain line and all the fittings and everything, I don't have my light to be able to shine down there, but any of you IS people, you know where the oil pressure sensor is down there. So basically it's just your block that you take your sensor out, put that in. It's got multiple ports, so the feed is coming straight up and around to the turbo. And then I also have my an auxiliary oil pressure gauge running in the car. I'll show you in a second, because this car doesn't have an oil pressure gauge, and I wanted to visibly see my oil pressure as I was beating on everything. So yeah, this right here, I know you can buy this section to run your mass airflow. What I ended up doing, and I want to change it because all these clamps kind of look ridiculous, but I cut this section out of the factory intake of the car and then just, you know, threw it there in the middle. So, and it's worked great. I haven't had any issues. I want to, now that I'm thinking about it, another thing, that other massive turbo I had, man, this literally had to be pulled up to sit on top of the exhaust housing. So that was a fire hazard for sure. It was way closer to the ABS line, so it was kind of a safety thing that I had to swap that out. But this turbo altogether just lights quicker, makes noises, sounds good. So I'm happy with it. Eventually, you know, as time goes on, things will be upgraded to a little more quality stuff, but this just gets me turboed and on the road, and like I said, I couldn't be happier. Another thing on the car is these Megan coilovers. These were also donated by a buddy mine named John. Shout out to John. He had a IS300 too, a factory manual one, and he swapped his coils out. I think these had, one of them was locked up, so he just gifted them to me. He said I could have them if I could break that other one loose. So I got them home, and thankfully I was able to soak them down with some penetrating oil and let them sit, and I was able to bust it loose. So it does sit a lot lower. I do want to lift the rear of the car up a little more. I like the front, but I've measured and found that the rear is probably like half an inch to an inch lower than the front. So I really need to bring that up. It is my daily, so I need to get it up a little higher. The highway I take to get back and forth from work has a few little dips here and there, and occasionally I'll hit it harder than I should, and it'll scrape a little bit. And yeah, I went with the green calipers. I mean, obviously I did it myself. I've always wanted to do green calipers on a car, but I've never really had a car the right color that they would kind of work with each other. So finally I do, and I did it, and I don't mind it. It's not for everybody, but you know, I thought it was a cool little touch. But as far as the rear, in the first of this video, I said don't worry about my fitment. You can kind of see what I was talking about. It's off, and it hangs a little lower than I would like it to, but it's fully straight piped all the way back to probably about 2.5 feet of 4-inch pipe. Let's see. Now, as far as the turbo kit, I mean, that's it, really. That feed line and drain line, I had that in a box from Amazon years ago. It's a universal kit. I just happened to have it, so I didn't have to source anything as far as that goes. The wastegate was a birthday gift. You might be able to see it down there. That's a good old-fashioned $80 Amazon wastegate that TJ, the fabricator, was telling you about, bought for me. And it's been doing great. I haven't had any issues. The first spring I put in it, the car was hardly making 2-3 pounds of boost. I'm pretty sure that's due to a boost leak right in here on this freaking butterfly valve that I have not dealt with yet. So what I did to compensate for that leak is I put a stiffer spring in it, and now I get, you know, at full throttle probably 5.5-6 pounds, which is, I think, safe enough and fun enough for me right now, because I don't want to blow this thing up. But I got a feeling when I do get that resolved, I may have a few other leaks. I need to double check my couplers. It's been a little while, but I got a feeling after I get that fixed, I'm going to be up closer to 10 PSI. So I may have to put that other spring back in. But yeah, the turbo kit, I mean, I'm hardly any money in this. I mean, I'm blessed to have some incredible friends who have pitched in and just kind of handed me stuff, and I couldn't be happier, more thankful for that. Inside the car, I'm pretty happy with this too. So this gauge pod, or pods, I got off of Amazon, and this cost me like $30, and it's just a 3D printed, 3D printed pod. And it fits right in there, nice and snug. Now, you're supposed to tape this or mount this. I haven't done that yet because I'm really just making sure these gauges aren't gonna give me any issues. Because, I mean, the AEM, that was another donation, TJ. The boost gauge and oil gauge, which I'll turn the key on and light these up in a minute. These are cheap Amazon. Do you notice the trend here? Very budget build. But this one, I mean, this works great. And the oil pressure gauge, every now and then will kind of flicker up and down. I don't know if that's the wiring, if I did something wrong. But I know these from factory, if you have, if you're below adequate oil pressure, it'll give you an alarm. So I've kind of been, one time this dropped to 0, and so did my stomach. But, I mean, I haven't had an issue with anything. I mean, no spun bearing yet. No catastrophic damage, so I'm pretty sure it's just a cheap gauge. You know, you get what you pay for. But let me grab my keys, and it looks sick at night. There they are. I'm pretty happy with it. I got that one green right now, but it changed different colors. But yeah, it looks pretty good. AFR worked out real good. I did have to, I mean, this was 30 bucks, and it states in the directions, whoever did this did a really good job. But you do have to, file down the holes a little bit to make them just a little wider to get these to fit. But when they fit, they're snug, and I haven't had a single issue with it. So yeah, really proud of this thing so far. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've done that I haven't told y'all about. Let's see, the gauges. Yeah, I mean, this is factory fuel, factory ECU. When I'm all in it, hammering down on this car, and it's making every bit of 5.5, 6 pounds of boost. I mean, it's 11.5 to 12, sometimes 11.2 AFR. So I think it's pretty safe. You know, it rips. Well, my version of rips. It's faster than the stock configuration of this car, and it sounds like a Supra. It makes the turbo noises. It makes it a fun daily, and it's not something crazy horsepower that, you know, I want to get to eventually. But right now, it's just a fun car to drive, and I'm super stoked. You know, just being $1,500 into this car. And I'm not even $1,000 into turboing it, including the gauges, and like I said, the coilovers, the intercooler, the piping, all that was free and given to me. And then I also had fabrication done for me for free. When I had the big turbo on here, that 90 on the front of it, TJ cut and welded that 90 on there for me, and any exhaust work I've done, he's done. So I've been very fortunate, and I've gone a long way with this car because of that. So yeah, that's it. So here in a second, I'm gonna fire this thing up. Matter of fact, I'll fire it up right now. I'm gonna let it warm up a minute, and I'm gonna take y'all on a quick drive. I swear to you guys, it is only when I start recording that this car does that. I'm still not sure what it is. Maybe it's when I, no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, hang on. Y'all are pissing it off. Take the key out. Put the key back in. Well, what in the world? All right, hang on. Talking about how proud of this car I am right now. It's like, ha, you're funny. It's got to be a mass airflow. I think it's a mass airflow. All right, we're gonna try it again. Y'all can keep laughing, but I swear she runs. See the oil pressure. I need to replace that oil pressure gauge. It doesn't read correctly all the time. Sometimes that will go up to 80 and it sits at 20, then driving it'll go to 0, then back up to 20. Like, it's all over the place. But as far as boost, everything works there. AFRs are working. Oh yeah, I do have an exhaust leak because my dumbass used that cheap gasket, eBay gasket they send you. So I have to swap that out. It drives me nuts. I'll let it heat up just a little bit, and I'll give her some gas under the hood. Y'all can hear the turbo. Yeah, overall, I'm super happy with this car. I love this thing. I have so many plans. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's been 4 months. So I'm kind of doing it slowly, but I am doing it. And this is the first turbo kit I've ever done myself, meaning here at my shop, doing all the work. I have had help with fabrication on welding and stuff, but I've pretty much put it together for the most part. Let's see what temp we're at right now. It's still pretty cold. Yeah, super stoked with how this thing turned out. And when you're not in boost, I mean, you can drive it. I mean, you don't even know it's turbo. When you're just casually driving around, not getting in it, it's totally fine. Give her a little gas. Our bedroom is literally right there, and my wife is probably gonna text me or call me in a second, but that's okay, because that's what she signed up for. All right, put the hood down in this thing. My God. My God. All right, sorry. Anyways, all right, give me a second. I'm gonna get the car out. We'll get on the road. I'll take y'all around the block real quick so y'all can kind of see the boost and the AFRs and everything. Hang tight. We are out of the shop. It's a bit of a challenge to make this turn to get in my shop, and I almost just backed over that guy. What in the hell? All right, anyways, hang on. It does bum me out that this is auto, obviously, but I have learned kind of how to be a poser and put it in the manual mode and let off, press the button, get back in it, and it makes it sound manual. And that also lets me rev the car out. So let me roll the windows up. The AC is not working in this, and it is brutal. But for this clip, I'll keep the windows up. So yeah, casually driving, you know, this thing mint. These coilovers are great too. Like, this is a well-riding car. Oh no, don't tell me these guys are doing construction over here. Give me a damn break. Hang on. We might be turning around, boys, because I ain't dealing with that shit. Hang on. Okay, I think we're okay. Put her in manual mode so I can rib this car out. That's the only way I can make this thing make noise. Otherwise, it's just low and drony. All right. We'll do a little second gear pull. Hang on. Let me find my button. Oh, there's a super right there. I should do this right in front of him. Anyways, yeah, love this shit. I'll try to get the gauges. I don't know how well you can see that. You probably can't, but I'll try to give it full throttle right here in third gear. I don't know if you can catch the audio, but it backfires when I shift, and I love it. But yeah, little buttons. It's my way of being a manual right now. It's pretty responsive though, to be honest. Yeah, love it, love it. But I am not gonna, with me driving around doing that over and over. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry again it took so freaking long to make this video. I'm just not the best at it. I want to get better about doing a video, you know, on my stuff a lot more often. But if you're interested in what's going on here, have any questions on the parts that I bought, let me know. I'm gonna go get something to drink and roll my damn windows down. So thank y'all again. I look forward to making another video soon, hopefully with some more upgrades to this thing, and we'll catch y'all next time.